Okay, we're just now getting into weekend 2 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta. Now it's the open weekend. Definitely starting to see a lot more issues with the packet burst and everything like that. Footsteps have definitely improved, but they're definitely still hard to hear depending on what surface that the enemy's running on top of. At the end of the day, my biggest gripe with the game currently, why can't we see the ping of our enemies on the scoreboard? How many times have you died and you look at the kill cam of the enemies, there's packet burst, packet loss, extrapolation, and you have an eerie feeling that you're playing somebody with like 120 ping or higher, but you can't look at the scoreboard and see like you can on Modern Warfare 3. Pretty sure you can do it on Modern Warfare 2. I'm pretty sure that you were able to do it on every previous year. I don't know if it was hidden in the betas as well, but ping is definitely not king. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Comically enough, I think Black Ops 4 in prior years had a ping indicator bar where there was like 1 to 5 bars signal strength, and signal strength could be 3 bars and they could have up to like 200 ping. It was ridiculous. So back then we really couldn't see the actual ping number, which was pretty bad. And then 2019 on, I believe, we were able to see how much ping. If you were on a PC, you could look at the scoreboard and see what ping each player in the lobby had on multiplayer. At the end of the day, this is just kind of proof of the engagement optimized matchmaking, or the SBMM, just prioritizing certain things other than the connection in your lobby, because the game is not so dead that they can't find people with better connection in the lobby. That's just like, if you ever go against an enemy where you're shooting them, you're dumping half your magazine, your whole magazine into them, and then they seemingly just start shooting way after you and you're dead instantly, like you got sniped. They're sponging all your bullets. It's probably a high ping player that was put into your lobby specifically because of their kill death ratio, score per minute, win-loss ratio, whatever the case may be, to handcraft that engagement optimized lobby for you. I think it's fine to do that, but not at the cost of the ping. There should be a ping limit where players above a certain ping are not put into the lobby. And if the company's so cheap that players exist out there that have no lobby to connect to without being really high ping, the company needs to put some of that money towards giving those players an equal experience as everybody else, so that they don't have a bad experience and so they don't ruin the experience of all the other players as well. To put it quite simply, hiding the enemy ping on the scoreboard is preventing the players from being able to troubleshoot networking issues that they're having within the game. Why are my bullets killing way slower than the TTK? Why is it taking 10 bullets to kill instead of 4 with this gun that's supposed to take 4? You're unable to look at the scoreboard and say, hey, this guy has crazy ping. Maybe there's something wrong going on. Maybe Activision's trying to protect those players from criticism, but in reality, I think they're trying to protect themselves from criticism. They simply don't want to put servers in locations that desperately need them. So the players in those locations have to connect to their closest server, which is really far away from them, creating this imbalance between them and the other players on that particular server that live near that server. At the end of the day, on a first-person shooter game, when it comes down to milliseconds, ping really does matter. Anyways, another thing I wanted to talk about was the on-demand texture streaming. I'm really not sure whether or not this affects the gameplay too much. I'm trying to experiment over the weekend with turning it up, turning it down, because you can't turn it off. So I'm going to see if it really feels like that's the thing making a difference. I'm honestly just thinking that the inconsistencies in game are just players with various ping levels and the lag compensation kicking in. And there's no way to tell because we can't see the ping, so I just feel like I'm being gaslit. I have to look at the kill cam, which I also know is inaccurate, but I can see things like packet loss, packet burst, extrapolation, all these different indicators on the enemy kill cam. And then even I come back to life and I have packet burst the moment I spawn in for a split second. I don't know if that's my end or if that's because I was watching the kill cam. It's probably server side, probably somewhat client side, probably somewhat to do with the fact that the enemy has a shit ton of ping because he was the perfect player to be in my lobby at that moment. You know, or maybe even more sinister, they really are rigging shit. You know, with them hiding certain things like the ping count, it doesn't really look good. Doesn't do much in their favor in order to buy some goodwill out of me to think that they're not doing sinister shit. Let me know what you all think, though. Hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you think about the Black Ops 6 beta. Are you going to buy it? I'm probably just going to play Warzone this year, to be honest with you, unless I wind up getting it on Game Pass or something just to grind out the camos. Another thing, I remember playing a bunch of games on private servers and stuff, FPS games, Battlefield, whatever. And if players would have too high of ping, they would literally just get kicked from the server because they know that it's ruining it for everybody else. This makes me wonder, even something like Warzone, how much better the experience could feel if on the enemy kill cam it would show what ping the enemy was. So at least you could understand, okay, I didn't just lose that gunfight because I got shitted on. I had 30 ping and that guy had 180 ping. And there was some desync within that gunfight. You know, like, some people may say that's copium, but that's the reason why you lost that gunfight. A lot of the times, like sometimes maybe you did make some bad decisions, some bad positioning, whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of gunfights lost to desync. A lot of people don't know what lag compensation is, let alone how it works. None of us know exactly how it works within any specific game, unless it's maybe an old game with the source code released or something like that. But for Call of Duty, any given game may have a different lag compensation, where if somebody has 150 ping and you have 30 ping, you might automatically get 120 millisecond delay to your system or to your network. You're slowed down because of somebody else's shitty connection, and they may have more peakers advantage. You may have more peakers advantage, depending on whatever game you're playing and how their lag compensation is tuned. Call of Duty has always had a really overtuned lag compensation where it favors the player with the shitty internet. Some people even go as far as to purposely only play on Wi-Fi, or to leave a bunch of browser windows open to make their internet bandwidth throttled in order to have a benefit of packet loss, packet burst, get extra peakers advantage, bullet sponge more, and stuff like that. There's a reason why playing on LAN is considered the pinnacle when it comes to competitive integrity and an even playing field for PvP gaming. Not putting the ping on the scoreboard prevents the user from being able to tell, was this a me problem? Was this a network problem? Was this the other player? And again, I don't know if they're trying to protect the other player, but at the same time, if they're trying to protect the other player, they should put the other player in a lobby where they have more reasonable ping. Not put them in a lobby where their skill level, quote unquote, is the reason for being there.